What if I told you there's a simple 30-second test that could predict whether you'll live past 90? Not a blood test, not an expensive scan, but something so basic you can do it right here, right now. And the results might shock you. Scientists have been studying people who live past 90 for decades, trying to crack the code of exceptional longevity. What they discovered wasn't hidden in DNA or expensive treatments. It was something far simpler, something that reveals the true age of your body versus the number on your birthday cake. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what this test is and how to interpret your results. But more importantly, I'll reveal the 5 critical factors that separate those who thrive past 90 from those who don't. By the end of this video, you'll not only know where you stand, but exactly what you can do to improve your odds of joining that elite group of super-agers. Stay with me until the end, because the final factor might be the most surprising of all, and it's something most people completely overlook. So let's dive in and discover what your body is really telling you about your future. The test that changes everything. Before we get to the 5 factors, let me show you the test that started it all. It's called the Sit-to-Stand test, and it's been used by researchers worldwide to predict longevity with remarkable accuracy. Here's how it works. Sit on the floor cross-legged, then stand up, using as little support as possible. Sounds simple, right? But here's what makes it powerful. This single movement requires balance, flexibility, muscle strength, and coordination. It's like a complete physical assessment wrapped into one motion. Dr. Claudio Gil Araujo, who developed this test, followed over 2,000 people for years. What he found was startling. People who could complete this test with minimal support were 6 times more likely to live longer than those who struggled with it. Let me show you how to score yourself. You start with 10 points. Every time you use your hand, knee, forearm, or side of your leg for support, you lose 1 point. If you lose balance, you lose half a point. Try it right now. Sit down cross-legged, then stand up. How many points did you score? If you scored 8 or higher, congratulations. You're in the group most likely to live past 90. If you scored between 6 and 7, you're in the middle range. Below 6, don't panic, but it's time to pay attention to what I'm about to share with you. But here's the thing. This test is just the beginning. It reveals something deeper about the 5 critical factors that truly determine whether you'll join the ranks of those exceptional 90-plus-year-olds. Let me show you what they are. Factor 1, your muscle power reserve. The Sit-to-Stand test reveals your first critical factor, muscle power reserve. This isn't just about being strong. It's about explosive strength, the kind that gets you out of a chair quickly or catches you when you stumble. Meet 2 women, Linda and Patricia, both 68 years old. Linda has maintained her muscle power through resistance training and staying active. When she takes the Sit-to-Stand test, she springs up effortlessly, scoring a perfect 10. Patricia, who has been more sedentary over the years, struggles to rise without using her hands for support, scoring just 4. Fast forward 10 years. Linda is still independent at 78, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, and living life on her terms. Patricia, unfortunately, has experienced 2 falls, struggles with daily activities, and has moved to assisted living. The difference? Muscle power declines 3–4% every year after age 60, but it's not inevitable. Your muscle fibers, especially the fast twitch ones responsible for power, are like a savings account. The more you deposit when you're younger, the more you have to withdraw as you age. Research from the Harvard School of Public Health followed 130,000 people for over 30 years and found that those who maintained muscle strength and power were 20% less likely to die from any cause. But here's the key insight. It's not just about having muscles. It's about maintaining the neurological connections that make those muscles fire rapidly and in coordination. If you struggled with the Sit-to-Stand test, your muscle power reserve might be running low. But here's the good news. Power can be rebuilt at any age. Simple exercises like chair stands, wall push-ups, or even practicing getting up from a chair without using your hands can start rebuilding this critical reserve. The question is, are you making deposits in your muscle power account? Or are you letting it go bankrupt? Factor 2, your balance intelligence network. The second factor revealed by the Sit-to-Stand test is what I call your balance intelligence network. This isn't just about not falling over. It's about the sophisticated communication system between your brain, inner ear, muscles, and joints. Consider Michael and David, both 72 years old. Michael practices Tai Chi, walks on uneven terrain, and challenges his balance daily. During the sit-to-stand test, he moves with fluid control, never wavering. His balance intelligence network is sharp and responsive. David, however, has spent years avoiding situations that challenge his balance. When he attempts the test, he wobbles, reaches for support, and looks uncertain. What David doesn't realize is that his balance system is like a use-it-or-lose-it network. Every time he avoids a balance challenge, those neural pathways weaken. Meanwhile, Michael's daily balance challenges have kept his network firing on all cylinders. Scientists at the University of Pittsburgh discovered something remarkable. People over 65 who maintained excellent balance were 40% less likely to experience cognitive decline. Why? Because balance requires constant communication between multiple brain regions. It's literally a full brain workout. Your balance intelligence network processes input from three sources: your vision, your inner ear, and sensors in your muscles and joints called proprioceptors. When this system works perfectly, you don't even think about balance. But when it starts to fail, every step becomes uncertain. Here's a simple test within the test. When you did the sit-to-stand movement, did you feel completely stable, or did you have moments of uncertainty? If you wobbled or felt unsteady, your balance intelligence network needs attention. The encouraging news is that balance can be dramatically improved at any age. Simple exercises like standing on one foot, walking heel to toe, or practicing Tai Chi can rewire your brain and strengthen these connections. Remember, people who live past 90 don't just avoid falls. They move through the world with confidence because their balance intelligence network remains sharp and responsive. Factor 3. Your Flexibility Freedom Index. The third factor hidden in the sit-to-stand test is your Flexibility Freedom Index. This measures how well your joints move through their full range of motion, and it's a powerful predictor of longevity. Think about two men, Robert and William, both 70 years old. Robert has maintained his flexibility through regular stretching and yoga. He easily folds into the cross-legged position and unfolds gracefully when standing. His joints move freely without stiffness or restriction. William, however, finds it difficult to even get into the starting position. His hips are tight, his knees resist bending, and the entire movement feels forced and uncomfortable. This difference isn't just about comfort, it's about survival. Research from the American Journal of Medicine tracked 2,400 older adults for 4 years and found that those with the best flexibility were 30% less likely to die during the study period. But why does flexibility matter so much for longevity? It comes down to what researchers call functional reserve. When your joints move freely, everyday activities require less effort. You're not fighting against tight muscles and stiff joints just to move through life. This preserves energy for healing, immune function, and maintaining other vital processes. Your Flexibility Freedom Index also reflects the health of your connective tissues, your fascia, tendons, and ligaments. When these tissues remain supple and elastic, they support better circulation, reduce inflammation, and maintain the structural integrity of your entire body. During the sit-to-stand test, did you notice any stiffness or restriction? Could you easily get into the cross-legged position, or did your hips and knees resist? If you felt tight or restricted, your Flexibility Freedom Index needs work. The beautiful thing about flexibility is that it responds quickly to attention. Just 10-15 minutes of daily stretching can begin to restore range of motion and improve your score dramatically. People who live past 90 don't just survive, they move through life with ease and grace because they've maintained their Flexibility Freedom Index throughout the decades. If you're finding these insights valuable and want to see how you measure up on all 5 factors, please comment "Test me" below to let me know you're following along. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our longevity discoveries. Factor 4. Your Coordination Command Center. The fourth critical factor revealed by the sit-to-stand test is your Coordination Command Center. This is your brain's ability to orchestrate complex movements smoothly and efficiently. Let me tell you about 2 women, Helen and Joyce, both 74 years old. Helen moves through the sit-to-stand test like a dancer. Every muscle fires at the right time in the right sequence with perfect timing. Her coordination command center is running like a Swiss watch. Joyce, however, looks awkward and uncertain. Her movements are jerky, she overcompensates, and different parts of her body seem to be working independently rather than together. This difference reveals something profound about brain health. Coordination isn't just about movement, it's about executive function, processing speed, and neural efficiency. When your coordination command center is sharp, it means your brain is still capable of complex, real-time problem-solving. Researchers at the Mayo Clinic made a startling discovery. People with poor coordination were 3 times more likely to develop dementia within 6 years. Why? Because coordination requires the same brain networks responsible for memory, attention, and decision-making. Your coordination command center is like a conductor leading an orchestra. It must process sensory information, make split-second decisions, and coordinate dozens of muscles simultaneously. When this system works well, movement looks effortless. When it breaks down, every action becomes a struggle. During your sit-to-stand test, how did your movement look? Did you flow smoothly from sitting to standing? Or did you look choppy and uncertain? Did you feel in control throughout the movement? Or did parts of it surprise you? Poor coordination often shows up as hesitation before starting movements, overcompensating or making unnecessary adjustments, looking unstable even when not falling, or feeling like your body isn't quite doing what your brain intended. Here's the remarkable news. Your coordination command center is incredibly adaptable. Activities that challenge coordination, like dancing, martial arts, or even complex video games, can strengthen these neural networks at any age. People who live past 90 maintain fluid, confident movement because their coordination command center stays sharp and responsive throughout their lives. Factor 5. Your recovery resilience system. The 5th and final factor, and perhaps the most important, is your recovery resilience system. This isn't just about bouncing back from illness. It's about your body's fundamental ability to repair, adapt, and maintain itself under stress. Here's what makes this factor so crucial. The sit-to-stand test actually stresses multiple body systems simultaneously. How quickly you recover from this stress, and how well your body handles the challenge, reveals the true age of your internal systems. Consider 2 men, Charles and Edward, both 69 years old. After completing the sit-to-stand test, Charles feels energized and ready for more challenges. His heart rate returns to normal quickly. He's not out of breath, and he actually feels more alert than before. Edward, however, feels winded. His heart continues racing, and he needs several minutes to feel normal again. This difference reveals their recovery resilience systems. Charles's body handled the stress efficiently and used it as a stimulus for improvement. Edward's body struggled with the challenge and took significant time to return to baseline. Scientists studying centenarians, people who live past 100, have found something remarkable. It's not that these individuals never get sick or never face challenges. Instead, they have extraordinary recovery resilience systems. When stressed, their bodies bounce back stronger than before. Your recovery resilience system includes cardiovascular efficiency, inflammatory response control, cellular repair mechanisms, nervous system regulation, and hormonal balance. When this system works well, challenges make you stronger. When it's compromised, every stress becomes a setback. After completing the sit-to-stand test, pay attention to how your body responds. Do you feel energized or depleted? Does your breathing return to normal quickly or slowly? Do you feel ready for more activity, or do you need rest? People with strong recovery resilience systems often report feeling younger after moderate challenges. Their bodies interpret stress as an opportunity to adapt and improve. Those with weakened systems feel older after challenges, as their bodies struggle to return to baseline. The good news is that recovery resilience can be dramatically improved through what scientists call hormetic stress, small, manageable challenges that stimulate your body's adaptive systems. This includes things like brief high-intensity exercise, cold exposure, intermittent fasting, challenging balance activities, and progressive strength training. The people who live past 90 don't avoid stress. They've learned to use appropriate stress to strengthen their recovery resilience systems throughout their lives. If you're still with me and learning valuable, Insights about your longevity potential, please comment resilient below. Your engagement helps us reach more people with this life-changing information. Your personal longevity action plan. Now that you understand the 5 factors, let's create your personal action plan based on your sit-to-stand test results. If you scored 8 to 10 points, congratulations. You're already in the high longevity group. Your goal is maintenance and continued improvement. Focus on progressive challenges to prevent decline, activities that combine all 5 factors, and helping others improve their scores too. If you scored 6-7 points, you're in the middle range with excellent potential for improvement. Your action plan should include daily balance challenges like standing on 1 foot, flexibility work through stretching or yoga, strength training with emphasis on explosive movements, and coordination activities like dancing or Tai Chi. If you scored below 6 points, don't be discouraged. You have the most to gain. Start with chair-assisted sit-to-stand practice daily, gentle flexibility work, basic balance exercises holding onto a counter, and building your recovery resilience through appropriate challenges. Remember, age is just a number. What matters is the biological age of your 5 critical systems. I've seen 80-year-olds with the movement patterns of 60-year-olds, and 60-year-olds with the limitations of 80-year-olds. The difference isn't genetics, it's how well they've maintained these 5 factors. The surprising truth about super ages here is something that might surprise you. When researchers study people who live past 90, they find something unexpected. It's not perfect genetics, expensive supplements, or miracle treatments. The common thread among super ages is this: they've maintained what I call movement intelligence throughout their lives. Movement intelligence is the integration of all 5 factors we've discussed. It's the ability to move through life with power, balance, flexibility, coordination, and resilience. And here's the remarkable thing: it can be developed at any age. Sarah, at 83, started working on her movement intelligence after scoring just 3 on the sit-to-stand test. Within 6 months of focused practice, she was scoring 7. 2 years later, at 85, she scored 9. Her doctor told her she had the movement patterns of someone 20 years younger. The key insight is this: your body wants to function well. Given the right stimulus and opportunity, it will adapt and improve at any age. The sit-to-stand test isn't just a measurement, it's a roadmap showing you exactly what to work on. Your daily movement intelligence practice. Based on everything we've discovered, here's your simple daily practice to improve all 5 factors simultaneously. Morning routine, 5 minutes. 5 chair stands without using hands. Muscle power, 30-second single leg stands. Each leg, balance intelligence. Gentle spinal twists and hip circles, flexibility, freedom. Slow, controlled arm circles, coordination, command center. Deep breathing with arm raises, recovery, resilience. Evening practice, 5 minutes. Practice the full sit-to-stand test. Hold gentle stretches for tight areas. Balance challenges like heel-to-toe walking. Coordination games like opposite arm-leg movements. The beauty of this approach is that it addresses all 5 factors in just 10 minutes per day. More importantly, it uses the same movement patterns revealed by the sit-to-stand test, so you're literally practicing for longevity every day, the 90-plus mindset. But here's the final piece of the puzzle, something that separates those who live past 90 from everyone else. It's not just about physical ability. It's about mindset. Superagers don't see challenges as threats. They see them as opportunities to prove their resilience. When they struggle with the sit-to-stand test, they don't think, "I'm getting old." They think, "This shows me exactly what to work on." This mindset, viewing challenges as information rather than limitations, might be the most important factor of all. Because when you approach your body with curiosity instead of fear, you're more likely to give it the challenges it needs to stay strong. Your longevity journey starts now. The sit-to-stand test has given you a snapshot of where you stand today. But remember, this isn't your final score. It's your starting point. Every day you work on these 5 factors, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. Whether you scored high or low, whether you're 50 or 80, your movement intelligence can improve. Your muscle power can be rebuilt. Your balance can be sharpened. Your flexibility can be restored. Your coordination can be enhanced. And your resilience can be strengthened. The people who live past 90 aren't lucky. They're prepared. They've spent years, often unknowingly, maintaining the 5 critical factors that determine longevity. Now you know what they are, and more importantly, you know exactly how to improve them. So I challenge you, take the test again in 1 month. Focus on the daily practices we've discussed. Address your weakest areas while maintaining your strengths. And remember, every small improvement in your movement intelligence is an investment in your future self. Your body has been giving you signals about your longevity potential. Now you know how to interpret those signals and, more importantly, how to change them. The choice is yours. Will you accept your current score as permanent, or will you use it as motivation to join the ranks of those exceptional individuals who thrive past 90? Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery. I'd love to hear about your sit-to-stand test results and which of the 5 factors you're most excited to work on. Share your score and your biggest takeaway in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to start their own longevity journey. If this video opened your eyes to new possibilities for your health and longevity, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could benefit from this information. Together, we can help more people discover their true potential for a long, vibrant life. Remember, age is just a number, but movement intelligence is a choice. Make the choice that leads to 90 and beyond. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll dive even deeper into the secrets of super agers.